Hey there, everyone. I'm Christine Kidder-Graves. I'm an executive career coach, and I'm here to show you how to have opportunities and recruiters find you because practically everyone I talk to, I do a lot of calls every day and every week. And the constant thing that I hear is recruiters used to reach out to me a lot about a year and a half ago. It hasn't been happening for a while now. Why is that? What is the problem? So we're going to get right into that. Okay. So right away, I want to cover these 5 elements of you getting found on LinkedIn because you used to be found on LinkedIn for opportunities. And by the way, we're only talking about relevant opportunities. Okay. We only want those opportunities that you would want, right? And a lot of us get spam. We get contacted about franchise opportunities or all these other things that we're just not interested in. Okay. We're only talking about outreach for the things that are in your sweet spot, the things that you want to go after. All right. So that's what we're considering. And sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on my timer because I want to make sure that I'm respectful of your time and that I keep this in the allotted time frame. So anyway, yeah, this may seem like it's self-serving, but my first point is coaching. Everyone needs coaching. Why? Because we're all human beings. I don't think there's any elephants that are watching this presentation. And every human being has blind spots. And the way to uncover your blind spots is through coaching. It's the best thing to do for uncovering your blind spots. So if you don't want to see your blind spots, if you want to stay in the dark, then don't get a coach. Okay. But a coach will be a spotlight on your blind spots. And if you want to get better than you were yesterday, coaching is the way to go. And there's so many different ways to get coaching. Yes, I would love to be your coach if you fit in with the group that I'm focused on serving. But if you're not, then I wouldn't be the best person to help you. Okay. So look at how you can tap into coaching because you need to be able to see those blind spots. That is so important for you. Okay. This next bullet point is LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a wonderful platform. I feel it's the best social media platform compared to all the other platforms. I do like YouTube. YouTube helps me tremendously with my learning. And LinkedIn is rich in content. I learned so much on LinkedIn as well. And what makes LinkedIn even better is it helps to facilitate making new connections and staying in touch with my existing connections. And I want you to approach LinkedIn as a place for you to serve others because we reap what we sow. The more that you put in, then you will get back tenfold. You will get so much more. But I don't want you to serve expecting to get all these things back. Just serve without expecting, unconditionally serve and trust that you're paying it forward. Trust that. And when you take that approach of serving others on LinkedIn, that's going to help you tremendously. And you might be wondering, well, what are you talking about? What do you mean? How should I be serving people on LinkedIn? This is where you need to tap into your brand. Your brand, an easy way of thinking of your brand is thinking of it as your superpower. What are you good at? What are you good at? And it's kind of, I like to think of it as your combination of strengths, because you have more than one narrow strength. You have a bunch of strengths, and it's that combination. Like you think of Michael Jordan, and he was great at making 2-pointers, but he was also amazing offensively. And he was pretty darn good with, I think he was pretty good at getting the ball back too. So at turnovers, but think about your unique combination of skills and what makes you different, because how you are, your uniqueness could be of so much value to others. All right. And that's how you're going to serve others on LinkedIn, but you have to tap into your brand. Your brand is basically how you serve others, and thinking about the 3 to 5 major problems that you solve. And I think about it that way. And by you talking about those 3 to 5 major problems that you help solve, then and posting original content on LinkedIn, then you are helping other people. And you can even have that in your profile too, because what if every time someone went to read your profile, they got something out of it? You help them in some way. It doesn't have to be big, but you help them by giving them a nugget of information. That would be helpful. That's how you can serve. My third bullet point here that I have is artificial intelligence, the impact of artificial intelligence. It is impacting practically every aspect of life, including the job market, including our careers, how we do our work. And you better believe it, it's impacting LinkedIn. And it's also impacting how you do your job search. It impacts how do you apply for a job. So what employers are experiencing now, I really feel that because they're receiving so many resumes for one job posting, how many of those resumes do you think are generated by AI? I mean, I use AI as a tool. There's nothing wrong with it, but there could be people out there who are using AI to generate their entire resume. I mean, and I'm sure there are people out there who are using AI to possibly misrepresent themselves. And I think employers are finding that there's a lot of resumes that are AI generated and they're not truly representing the person and their skill set. So what do you do now? You're getting all these resumes. You're an employer. You're getting all these resumes that are worthless. They're not really telling you about this person, and you do your due diligence and you find out that this person isn't what they say that they are. So what do? You stop relying on resumes. And I felt this for years, especially with the LinkedIn profile. I personally prefer the LinkedIn profile because I view it as your landing page. I can access it very quickly. As soon as I meet you, I can just look you up. Hopefully you should have a LinkedIn page. You should have a LinkedIn profile. So that gives me instant access to you, to learning more about you. It's your free landing page. And it can tell me a lot about you versus your resume. I feel that the resume is more one-dimensional and flat. And it's just like almost like a Polaroid picture that's taken at a point in time. So, and it can be quite laborious to update your resume at times, but the LinkedIn profile is different and it's multidimensional. And I want your voice to come through in that. And I want it to, represent your entire brand. So with that said, AI is causing the resume to be obsolete and employers need to go somewhere else. And I think in the past, they went to the profile, the LinkedIn profile, but now I'm finding that that is not enough. I still feel that your LinkedIn profile is important. I do. And now I feel that posting your own content is important as well. I really do. And that's leading me to the next bullet point. But you can't just be posting any content. People ask me all the time, well, can I share other posts that I really like? Can I comment on posts? And I think those are good things. I think it's great when you comment on a post and you pose a question because the current algorithm likes conversation, wants conversations to be had on LinkedIn. And I think it's good when you pose a question. Very good. But always be credible and be consistent, especially when you are posting your own content. So really have that focus. And you have that opportunity the most when you are posting your own content versus sharing of someone else's content. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think it's great if you can share something with other people. If you found something of value, it's great for you to share it with others and then even add your 2 cents. I think that's wonderful. And then with commenting on other posts, I think it's good to get that conversation going. It's very helpful. And the best way you can showcase your brand is by you putting together your own content, your own original content, and being consistent. So ideally, I would really like you to post your own content for a solid 30 days. Yes, I am asking a lot of you. And if you haven't had recruiters reaching out to you in 12 to 18 months, this is what it takes. I want you to take on that challenge, and I want you to start consistently posting your own content for 30 days. Okay. And then after you do that for 30 days, then you can back off and post like 5 days out of the week, but consistently and being credible, sharing your own content. Okay. That's key. And I think that's the key to having the exposure. When you are doing that in your feed, then the algorithm likes that, and the algorithm is giving you a lot more visibility. And the best way, this is my personal opinion, but I'm seeing this too. I'm seeing this in LinkedIn, and I think you are seeing it as well. Tell me if you're not seeing it, but LinkedIn is really moving more toward being more like a TikTok. It really is. And I don't mind that, because I think video is more personable. I prefer video. Even when I've sent messages to people in LinkedIn, I have sent video messages because I just like that. To me, social media and the internet in general can be very cold and robotic, and I want it to be more human. And that's why I like video. When I see a quick video from you, a quick video post, I feel like I'm getting to know you a little bit more. And I just really appreciate that. So that's why I like video. So, and I feel I've posted practically every type of content myself. I'm sure there's some forms that I've missed, but out of the ones that I've done, I feel video is the easiest. And I'm going to start showing my clients how to do it, how to make it super easy, so your brand comes through. And so you can start doing that and really be found for opportunities on LinkedIn, for opportunities and by the recruiters working on those opportunities. So why are we doing this? To get interviews and to get offers. So I do still want to bring it back to a focus on getting interviews, because those interviews are the conversations. We can automate things with AI as much as we want, but it all comes down to conversations, right? Even with more and more employers going to video interviews or video where they're having you do a video and answering some questions. Well, that's, in a way, that's like a part of an interview to me. So it still has that personable touch to it. We need to keep that personable human touch in there. And that's why interviews, conversations are important. So we've got to be focused on connecting with people, connecting with opportunities, because that's really how we can decide, is this a good fit for me? Am I a good fit for them? You know, it needs to go both ways. And I love this quote from Brene Brown that connection is the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued, when they can give and receive without judgment, and they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. That's an awesome. If you can be in a role, in a job like that, and you feel that, I mean, that's like a really solid work relationship, and that creates solid work relationships. I have this little note here too. All of this is to help you to access the hidden job market. And it's not a silver bullet. It does require work. I think sometimes when we hear the hidden job market, we think it's like a secret passage and a secret way to get the great job that we want next. And it's just accessing jobs. There's so many jobs that are not posted. And you need the visibility though. Your brand needs the visibility so you can access those hidden jobs. Okay, I'm checking I skipped over something and I shouldn't have, so I'm going to touch upon this because this is important. This is the number one bullet point in this presentation, well, under the main theme. And I had to touch upon this because it is so important. The rule that you need to always apply in your career and your job search. And this is a rule that you should be applying in your work and all the different areas of your life because it's such an important rule. It's the 80-20 rule or the Pareto principle. If you are in a job search right now that is not working for you, and it doesn't matter if you're currently working right now or not, for those of you that are working, I'm glad. I mean, it's so important to be strategic and to find your next role before you need it. And that's a huge piece of my philosophy, is to find your next role before you need it. And if you are, no matter where you're at career-wise, if you are doing a job search right now and it's not getting you the results you want, please look at the 80-20 rule. Apply the 80-20 rule and look at where have you gotten results and what were those activities, and try to do more of those activities, and look at the other activities that have not been yielding you results and then try to eliminate those. So that's a simple way to start applying it, because there are 20% of activities that will yield 80% of your results. Keep that in mind. Need to keep an eye on my timer, because again, I can easily go over time and I don't want to. All right, getting back to connecting, because connecting is huge. Connecting is the main action that we take in our career and our job search, and it's a part of my 3-step strategy. So I'm really focused on it right now. But I think of many of you, when I say connecting, you might be like, what is she talking about? And many of you use the word networking. I replace networking with connecting, because to me, networking is cold. I think of computers and technology. Nothing wrong against technology. AI is awesome. However, human beings still need to be in the process, and we still need to be connecting. There still needs to be human resources as part of a company's function, and the human aspect is important. So connecting is my preferred term. So I want you to start using it too, instead of networking. Okay, for this training, we're going to be providing you with these 2 worksheets too. So we're going to be dropping these in the comments for you. This one here in the left-hand corner is for you to start using LinkedIn. So many of you tell me you don't use it on a regular basis. You need to start getting consistent with it. For as little as 5 minutes a day, I'd really like you to work up to 15 minutes if you can, but 5 minutes is fine to start. And you can even just be in the feed. Okay, so just do that. But get content. Like if you watch the news, or if you want to stay up on business, I think watching the news is not the healthiest habit to have. So maybe just staying current on business events. LinkedIn is wonderful for that. So you could start with that and then use this. If you can do it 30 days in a row, that's why this is the 30-day challenge. Okay, so you can start building that habit. And then ideally, if you can build up to 60 minutes a day, and that way you can get valuable content from LinkedIn. You can also be staying in touch with your existing connections, and you can also be making new connections. And most importantly, you will have great visibility because you'll be posting your own content about your brand and who you are, how you provide value. This is for employees and for people who are consultants. Okay, so you might be like, but I'm an employee. Would I really be doing that? Yes, you need to. If you want to be found for relevant opportunities that you're interested in, and if you want to be found by recruiters with today's current LinkedIn algorithm, you need to be posting your own content about what is the value that you provide. So we want to hear from you. LinkedIn definitely wants you to post and create your own content and, start conversations. The algorithm will reward that. You'll have the visibility that you used to have. It'll come back when you do that. And you have to start posting. You need to start posting 30 days in a row. And you can use this for that as well. Okay. So use this to track, start building that habit that you're trying to establish. And then here is our personal connection. This is a sheet to help you start measuring your connection activity, because what you measure, you manage. And it's important to start measuring this in your job search. Okay. And then here's your profile checklist. These are all the key things in your profile that you need to be focused on. Your photos are extremely important because they represent your brand. And then your headline, your about section, and your experience section, especially, that helps a lot with keyword search. That's where your search engine optimized. So that's key. This is my program, my model that I was referring to. And I've been really focused on this piece. But if you don't have the proper foundation and do the reflection work on your brand, then you're dead in the water, because then you can't put together your action plan and you can't start taking action on it either. So even though I'm so focused on this, we can't forget about the foundation and our plan. The best way it can help you is this way. Especially if we're not connected yet, let's connect. And then my gift to you, I can gift a career strategy, a profile audit to you. So I can do that, and I can give you feedback on your LinkedIn profile, and I can tell you what my strategy would be for you. So you get that, but that's important. This is really the best way you get my one-on-one attention, and I really want to help you with that. So don't forget that if we haven't had a discussion, if we haven't talked, let's have a conversation and let's do this. And then lastly, I was telling you, I covered my bullet points, just double checking and making sure. My bonus strategy really for you to start taking action and getting found on LinkedIn. And a lot of you are going to feel really uncomfortable with doing this, but it's going to work. Just do it. What if you got really uncomfortable, if you were willing to be uncomfortable for 30 days? And if you got clear, like maybe think about that role that you want. What are the 3 to 5 major problems that you solve that have made you successful? And that's what you post about. You can come up with 30 posts about that. You really can. And video is the easiest way. Video would be the best way to do it. And I'm only talking like a 30-second to 60-second video. No posts on pickleball, no posts on your dog. I think dogs are cute and everything, and I have some too, but be really focused on the value you provide, and that will make a difference. So hopefully this is helpful. I went over, but check the comments. Please leave us your questions. Get those free worksheets to start helping you. And then if we haven't had a conversation, we need to, because this is truly, if you're not a client, this is the best way that I can help you. It truly is. And have a great day. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate you.